MageTCG was never supposed to exist. Every YouTube guru, every loud Reddit critic, every failed creator pretending to be a game design professor told me exactly how this game works. If you don't hit $1 million Kickstarter target, if you don't have the deepest influencer network, if you don't have perfect branding, perfect squeeze pages, perfect cinematic video trailers, pre-slapped cards, NFT hype, stretch goals stacked like a pyramid scheme, and tens of thousands in ad budget and even more for art, and if you work with AI, even if it's with master artists pushing their skills to new levels under professional art direction, and if you don't hug everyone in the room and hand out participation trophies, you don't matter. We got here because I finally got sick enough of watching an entire industry descend into noise, confusion, marketing gimmicks, variant overload, artificial urgency, and every psychological trick in the book, just to squeeze a little more money out of people who were working paycheck to put food on the table and genuinely believed that they were investing in wonder. People who loved worlds, people who loved imagination, people who loved community. And somewhere along the line, the system stopped rewarding imagination and started rewarding who could extract the most from the most loyal people in the room. And I said, hell no, I'm not playing that game. So in spite of impossible odds stacked against me, in spite of the experts in the industry teaching creators how to burn out in 2 to 3 years, in spite of the doubt, the vanity metrics, and the imaginary internet points that so many chase, instead of playing it safe and staying in my lane, I started anyway. And because of it, belief showed up. Real belief, real people, real conviction. We didn't trick the market. We earned trust one honest step at a time. And that's how we funded in the first damn hour. Not because we gamified hype, because we tapped into a hunger the market forgot existed. For years, this community fed corporations that didn't feed them back. Not evil people or cartoon villains. Real people with real jobs, real parents putting food on the table, and with families trying to stay above water just like the rest of us. But within these corporations, shareholder profits, quarterly spikes, manufactured scarcity, and dopamine hits became the only scoreboard. FOMO turned into identity-level financial addiction, and systems formed where everyone takes a taste and no one is held accountable. That erosion didn't happen overnight. It was slow, it was subtle, and it hollowed out the soul of the space. We're here to rebuild that soul. Some people literally spent more than their kid's first car on cardboard that said Special Ultra Double Rainbow Collector Variant, and that every new investment would mean something someday. And all the while, communities didn't get healed, LGSs didn't get stronger, loneliness increased, depression rose, IRL spaces, the spaces that raised us, died off. We all saw it happening. We just accepted it because the beast was already too big. And at 40 years old, I said, screw the excuse list. I couldn't afford to do this the proper industry way. I couldn't drop $50,000 on art just to qualify to enter the arena. So I did the unthinkable. I started with what I had. Me and my small team of real artists with real art direction prototyped with AI as a sketchbook. We made mistakes, we pushed through imperfect. We kept the risk tight, and we built with real players, real stores, real feedback, and real community. We didn't mash board game mechanics, chess mechanics, and TCG mechanics into a Frankenstein monster just to pretend that we were innovating. We didn't layer in NFTs and Web3 hype to gaslight the world into believing. We built a game people actually wanted to play. And when the failed Kickstarter heroes vanished 2 to 3 years later, when cynics on Reddit screamed that clones can't win and downvoted us into oblivion, we kept building anyway. We didn't chase the $1 million plus Kickstarter target. We didn't put the Professor or Post Malone on any of our cards. We chased belief, and belief showed up. 1 hour into our Kickstarter and we were funded. Not because we gamed the system, not because we manipulated, not because we tricked people. We were funded because people finally saw someone fighting for them, not for shareholders. We didn't raise money to flex. We raised money to start a nationwide IRL tournament scene, to get product into real stores, to make a real impact in our community and give back to causes that matter most. To prove that local and community and physical tables still matter. To bring pizza and people and presence into game shops across the country. to create a self-sustaining ecosystem that doesn't require megacorporation permission to exist. And we haven't even crossed the real finish line yet. A lot of projects celebrate early like they already won the war, and someone else flies past them while they coast on the high of their big launch day. I refuse to make that mistake. I know exactly who we are, I know exactly what we're walking into, and I'm not naive enough to think a single Kickstarter check makes us royalty in a $6 billion industry. We still have to earn survival long after the confetti ends. To the corporate giants and million-dollar Kickstarters, victory has defeated you. Our finish line is not in dollars raised, it's in decades survived. We are taking on a $6 billion industry. We're threatening revenue streams that the giants rely on and the belief that this market belongs to them. I don't care how impossible it looks. I don't care how many people keep defending their cardboard gods and the systems that bled this community dry. We are not the hero the world deserves. We're the one it needs right now. So let them laugh. Let them say we shouldn't. Let them keep telling us to stay in our lane. We're not asking for permission. We're not playing it safe. We're not bending the knee to greed, nostalgia worship, or empty promises. We didn't show up with Wall Street budgets, and we didn't show up with Hollywood crossovers or corporate legacy IP. We showed up with fire. We showed up with the discipline to build the future our kids would one day be proud of, and we're building it with our own damn hands. We showed up to build something that brings people back together in the real world, that gives people hope and lets imagination matter again. This is not a maybe someday movement. This is happening right now. We're already lining up national store tournaments. We're already preparing consignment product to fuel LGSs again. We're already showing how real sponsor models can fund real IRL communities again. This is a return to meaning. A return to belief, a return to stories, imagination, and human beings gathered around tables, a return to purpose. We're here to give artists, creators, and dreamers a place to belong again. We're here to create jobs. We're here to build a world where imagination is not a commodity but a force for humanity. We are Mage. We are the dark horse that wasn't supposed to exist. We're the dark knight they didn't see coming. This time, the players fight back, and we intend to win. MageTCG, born from community, built for humanity.